Hello and welcome to Hoofball. This weekend's been an absolute gripping weekend for the Premier League, and we've seen some major slip-ups, especially at the top of the Premier League. I said last week that I think Arsenal should and probably do deserve to win the Premier League this year. I'm not going to backtrack on that, but this week they did slip up massively. Over the last few weeks, they've had a number of results which haven't really gone their way, and it's going to cost them at the end because the machine that is Manchester City just keeps turning. This week, Manchester City beat Leicester City 3-1. And a lot of Leicester fans have been saying that towards the second half, yeah, great, they won the second half. But Man City took the foot off the gas because ultimately, in midweek, they are playing Bayern Munich again. But what does this mean for Arsenal going forward? Do I think they've bottled it? Is it too early to say? I don't know. A lot can happen. So let's have a little look at this. Have Arsenal bottled the title? Some would probably say yes. And I, would tend to probably agree. There's a long way to go. Manchester City may not win all of their games. Arsenal have a number of difficult games coming up as well. But it all rests for me on that game against Manchester City in a few weeks' time. People are saying this is a title decider, and I would agree. If Manchester City win this game, they will plough on and they will win the Premier League. If Arsenal win, they deserve to be champions. And I do believe they do. They are the best team this season we've seen in English football. They're not, they've been very consistent throughout. Yes, they've had a couple of bad results against Liverpool and also a bad result against West Ham. But really this weekend, they have, in a sense, bottled it. They were 2-0 up after 10 or so minutes. They should really have turned the gas on a little bit more and pushed for 3, 4, 5 and so on. It just wasn't that game though. And West Ham, the crowd, they got on the players' backs a little bit. And ultimately, 2-2 came about. It was a strange week for Premier League action this week. There's been a number of issues with referees again. But what's going to happen going forward? Do I think Arsenal will win the title now? I would like to see them do it, but I can see Manchester City continuing to win every game. The reason is because they are literally just a machine. They just keep going and going and going and keep scoring and scoring and scoring. If they can keep Erling Haaland fit, he's going to push 45, 50 goals this season in the Premier League. And it's ridiculous, really. A lot of people were saying for years about Manchester City how they functioned and won titles without a number 9 or a striker up top. But bringing Erling Haaland into the mix has just, kicked on. What may impact Manchester City going forward is the Champions League. But they've got that strength in depth now to keep pushing forward. Against Leicester, you saw it this weekend. Although Leicester did come back into the game and probably should have, it should have been 3-2. Possibly, some have even said 3-3 with missed chances and so on. The Manchester City just took the foot off the gas and just relaxed and just cruised away really to another victory at home. It was too easy, if I'm honest. Also this weekend, another couple of interesting results. Tottenham, what is going wrong at the Tottenham Hotspur? I do not know. It seems like with Spurs that what they're going to do is they're obviously going to appoint their manager in summer, and it seems like they're going to hold fire on people such as Nagelsmann. And yeah, for me, it seems a little bit up in arms at Tottenham, and we don't really know what's going to happen. But ultimately going forward, I do think that Spurs are in a bit of a mess. They haven't got the greatest squad in the world. And should Harry Kane leave Tottenham, they are in a real mess. Players this season such as Richarlison just haven't been doing much when given the opportunity to do so. And I think Stellini, the assistant that's in charge, is quite weak, if I'm honest. I don't think he's got much power over the players, and I don't think he has any say really in how Tottenham Hotspur want to play. But they lost at home to Bournemouth. Leicester did that last week. It's not ideal, especially losing a game in the way they did, especially in the last minute. But it has been a crazy week of Premier League football again. We go forward. We look forward to what's going to happen this week. Interestingly, there's some real big games this week coming up, especially when it comes to deciding the relegation and also when it comes to deciding the top 4. But this video, we were looking at how Arsenal bottled it. It's up to you. I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. Please type down there if you think, they have bottled it, if they've blown it or not. And yeah, I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks again for watching Hoofball. This was just a quick video. I've just got back from being on holiday, so I just thought I'd give you a quick talk about this weekend's Premier League action. But we're going to be carrying on this week with a video every single day. Thanks for watching and have a lovely day.